All right, let's take a look at this problem here. A shipping crate in the shape of a rectangular prism has a length of 5 feet, a width of 4 feet, and a height of 3 feet. Tina uses unit cubes to pack the shipping crate without any gaps or overlaps. Each unit cube has side lengths of 1 foot. Decide if the statement about the shipping crate is true or false. So, what I always like to do before I even look at my true or false statements, I want to just take a look at this problem. So I don't even want to look at the questions I'm trying to answer yet. I just want to focus on this. So I notice they give me a rectangular prism. So I'm going to draw a rectangular prism because I'm a visual learner and I know sometimes it helps me to draw a picture. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I have a rectangular prism. It has a length of 5. So I'm going to label this 5 feet. It has a width of 4. So I know it has a width of 4 feet. And it has a height of 3. So I know this side is 3 feet. So I notice they give me the length, the width, and the height. So what do you think it's asking me to find? I agree. It's most likely asking me to find the volume. And I know that I can use 2 different formulas for this. I can do length times width times height. And I could also do, and I'm going to write this over here, base times height. So how long is it? 5 feet. How wide is it? 4. And how tall is it? 3. So to find the volume of the entire prism, I could do 5 times 4 times 3. So I'm going to try that. So I know 5 times 4. I know 5 times 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I have to do 20, which is the length times the width, and then times it by my height. I know a little strategy. I could skip count by 20s 3 times, 20, 40, 60. Or I could do 2 times 3, which I know is 6, and then add my 0. So I know the volume is 60 cubic feet. This is my volume of the entire prism. So I know that 60 cubes could fit inside of this entire prism. But I also want to think about the base. So I know the base is equal to the bottom. And I want to write that down because I want to remember it. We also remember base times height. So that means the length and the width give me the base, or they give me the bottom. So let's take a look here. So if I take a look just at the bottom, this is my base. I have to multiply the length and the width. So 5 times 4. What's 5 times 4? 5, 10, 15, 20. So my base equals 20. And then my height would be 3. So now let's take a look here at these questions. Now that I know the total volume of the prism, I know the base, and I know the height. So let's take a look here. I'm going to try and zoom in the best that I can so I can still have all this important information that I need. Okay, the volume of the entire crate is 20. Well, I noticed that my volume was 60. So I have to say false because I know the volume is actually 60. So I know that is incorrect, so it's false. Let's look at number 2. Tina would use 60 unit cubes to fill the crate. Well, I know the volume is 60, and I know that means that there's 60 unit cubes inside. So yes, the statement would have to be true. Since the volume is 60, that means that 60 cubes fit inside this entire thing. Statement 3. Tina would use 2 layers with 20 cubes in each layer to fill the crate. So if there were 2 layers of 20, so if there was a layer of 20 here, and a second layer of 20. There would be 20 in the bottom, 20 on the top. That would equal 40. Was the volume 40? No, it was not. So I know this statement has to be false because I know 2 times 20 equals 40. And the volume was not 40. So I know that statement was false. The area of the base, or the bottom, is 20 square feet. So I remember the base is just the bottom. So when I look over here, I took my length times my width. 5 times 4 was 20. There were 20 on the bottom. So yes, this statement is true. Then finally, the volume of the crate was 60 cubic feet. I remembered that the volume was 60 cubic feet. So I would put true. So for questions like these, I want us to just remember that it's really important that we read this first, find out the volume, and figure out our base and our height, and then we can look at our statements. Thank you very much.